Hi guys, Aaron David Spiegel here with Game of Life Training for the Game of Life. Welcome back, or welcome if this is the first video that you've seen of ours. Essentially, Game of Life Training is just shortcuts or better ways to deal with things, or kind of improving upon things, making the quality of our life better through our perception, through our thoughts. So essentially, we just kind of practice learning new ways to do things, or new ways to look at things, or focusing on something in order to, expand upon it. So it's kind of bringing an awareness to things that maybe we've already learned sometime before in the past, or maybe we've never even heard of, it that way. So, one of the things that we teach is that whatever we focus on expands, and I think that that's the most basic fundamental principle that there is, and that's why goals are so important, or that's why they're so effective, and that's why we get the things that we really want, because we essentially focus them into being. We just stay focused on something, and then when we stay focused on something, our brain is very powerful, and it basically then becomes aware for us that whatever it is that we're focusing on, it becomes aware of opportunities to present that, or opportunities to make that true, because our brain just wants to make us true. So if we say, and I use this all the time, but I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day. Because we focus on that, as soon as you say, I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day, as soon as you say that, your brain already starts to work for you. So play a game with me for a second and just say that to yourself, or out loud. If you have the opportunity to say it out loud, say it out loud. But just say, I'm getting better mentally, spiritually, and physically every day, or however you want to put it. I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day. I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day. I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day. So now try to imagine that. Just put yourself into it. And kind of like give yourself an acceptance of that. I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day. What would that mean to you? If you were getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day, what would that mean to you? What would be something that you would, be doing or start doing in order for that to be true? Well, this is the awesomeness of our brain, is that as soon as we start saying that, it starts finding ways for us to carry that out in our reality. So later on today, just as a result of hearing that, I'm getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually every day, and kind of putting yourself into the idea of what would happen if, just by doing that, or focusing on that, getting better spiritually, mentally, and physically every day, focusing on that, what we do is our brain becomes aware, and now, like later today or tomorrow, you're going to see an opportunity play out in your reality that says, oh, if I'm getting better spiritually, mentally, and physically every day, then I can do this, or I should do this about now, or I'm going to start doing, I think I'm going to start praying in the morning, or I'm going to start meditating. I'm going to start meditating on things that I want. I'm going to learn more about meditation. I'm going to go to the gym. I think I'm going to go on a jog. I think, a jog would be good. I've been needing to jog. I'm going to go for a jog. Maybe I'm going to read that book. There's a book I've been wanting to read, and maybe I'm going to read that book. That'll help me be better mentally. Maybe I'm going to go for a jog. That'll help me be better physically. Maybe I'm going to start meditating. That'll help me be better spiritually. So these things, as soon as you say them, our brain goes to work for us. But it also works in the negative. It also works that if you say, man, I'm just lazy. I'm a lazy person. I just hate doing stuff. I'm I want to just lay around. I like sleeping. I just want to lay in bed. All those things are words, are thoughts, and those thoughts then create opportunities in our environment where our brain will pick up and accept them and find ways to carry that out. And if you haven't, or if you can't grasp this, then just give it a second, give it a try, but realize those thoughts are producing. So when you say I'm just lazy, then your brain says yes you are. And we don't realize what we're doing to ourselves when we do it. It's something that we've picked up along the way. We've just learned it this way. But it may not be supportive of us, and it may not be helping us in the direction that we want to go. So we can change it just by being aware of it and literally replacing it with a different thought. And initially, you may not have a whole lot of faith in that thought. You might not have a whole lot of belief in that. But the more that you say it, the more that your mind starts to kind of put your self there. So if you say it a few times and you really give it a little bit of possibility, all you have to do is be open to the possibility of. That's all. And write down or repeat something that you want, but don't say it in a way of I want more money, because you're always going to want. Wanting is for the future. So I want more money. Tomorrow, you're going to want more money. The next day, you're going to want more money. So your brain's always searching for the want more money. It's always working to want more money. Instead of, stopping and being appreciative of what you have and envisioning or thinking, I am creating a better financial position for myself every day. If you said, I'm creating a better financial position for myself every day, then your brain is going to go to work to make that true. And all we have to do is simply stay focused on what it is that we want. And this is what we teach at Game of Life Training, to stay focused on what you want. One way that you can do that, and the biggest way that we do it, is we write down an I am statement. And an I am statement is essentially, for mine, it goes, I am confident, happy, healthy, wealthy, and free. I am disciplined, I am decisive. I know what I'm gonna do, and I do what I say I'm gonna do. My discipline is unsurpassed. My drive and unsurpassed. Massive constant action and determination, along with daily meticulous planning, highest work ethic, positive reading and reflection, and recording my life's daily miracles make me the best husband, father, businessman, entrepreneur, inventor, family man, romantic, and lover. I love all people, and it is apparent in all forms of communication. Therefore, they love me. Everywhere I go, I am a source of inspiration for all. What miracles shall I produce today? That's a first part of my mantra. So for the last 7 years, I've been studying that on a daily basis most of that time, where I would go through and either read or listen or read or recite that same thing, but I put mine on my phone and I listen to it. So while I'm doing cardio, I'll listen to it. Well, what happens is, while I'm listening to it, my focus is brought to those things, and my brain says, how can I be the best father? And now the next time that an opportunity comes for me to be of service to my children or to father them better, my brain is already saying, okay, well, I'm the best father, so how can I make that happen in this situation? So my decisions then are made for me a lot of the times, or at least made easier, clearer, simply by knowing that I am driven toward this being a better father. So my brain says, okay, in order to be a better father, what can I do this weekend with the kids where it's going to involve everybody, it'll give them a good time, something I can teach them, something I can spend time with them, quality time, bond, become better as a family, consciously coming up with something to do this weekend that will be beneficial for the family. So a mantra, when you write it down, it forces your focus back to those things that you want. So the idea is, whatever you want, write it down. It doesn't matter necessarily if you believe it initially or not. The more you read it, the more it plays out in your mind. The more that you focus on it consistently and repetitively to keep it in the forefront of your mind, it will play out to the point where you have another alternative for it to be. So it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Because I just get better at being a father. I get better at being a husband. I get better at being a brother, a friend, you know, a lover. I get better at being a personal success coach. I get better at being, because I say so, because I'm focused on it, because that's what I want. So an I am statement is only for what you want. I mean, it's for you, for nobody else. It's for you, for what you want. So if you say, you know, I'm a procrastinator, what's the opposite of that? Do you want to be a procrastinator? And what's the opposite? The opposite is, I want to be a go-getter. So you say, I am, every day, I'm becoming more of a go-getter, or I'm becoming more of a go-getter every day. I'm becoming more of a go-getter every day. Then when that opportunity comes and you start to find yourself saying, I'll just do it later, that thought pops into your mind and says, okay, I'm gonna do that now. I am becoming more of a go-getter. Come on, let's fix this now. Let's just go. So the sooner that you understand this, and the, you know, sooner that you jump on it and start directing your focus to the things that you want, the easier that life becomes. And the more consistent you are on it. Because what happens is, if you don't do this, it's a daily discipline. It's not, it's very simple, but it's not easy. It's a daily discipline. You have to truly just make yourself, so you set yourself up for success. Today, when you write down, you know, 3 things that are what you want to be, how you want to be, what you want to accomplish, what you want to be more like, what you want to be better at. Whatever those 3 things are, write those down and put them like on your mirror in your bathroom and on the refrigerator. But you know, try to keep it to yourself, because nobody, it's what you want. It's for you, and other people aren't going to understand it, and necessarily they're not going to understand it. And sometimes people will try to make themselves feel better by stomping on somebody else's dreams, and they don't do it necessarily on purpose. It could most likely be inadvertent, but because if you're doing this, and this is, you know, something exciting and happening for you, and you're working on yourself, and I'm not, then I feel bad because I'm not doing what you're doing. So it might be better, you know, kind of misery loves company. It might be better if I just tell you, you know, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good, you know. I don't know that stuff kind of works, but it's good for you for trying, you know. And then you're like, well, I don't know if that shit kind of works. And then guess what? That becomes your focus. That becomes your faith. And then it takes away from. So you want to keep those couple of things to yourself. And the more often that you can say them to yourself, and literally, if you can look yourself in the eyes, you know, you can look yourself in the eyes in the mirror and say each one of those, I'm getting better spiritually, physically, and mentally every day. You can like imagine, when you say it, imagine yourself getting better, or what's it going to look like when you are better. And those are your focuses. Those are the things that we focus on. We focus on what we want, not what appears to be right now, because what we focus on expands. What we focus on is what we make. We create that. We move toward it. So you want to focus on the things that you want, and you just want to put it in a way that your brain can understand. You don't want to have your brain fighting with itself when you say something. So you don't want to say, I'm a millionaire. unless you're a millionaire or you feel like, you know, I'm this close and it's going to happen. If you can get that feeling of certainty while you say it, that's good. But if you're getting a, you know, negative feedback from your brain, if it says I'm a millionaire and the right thing behind it says no, you're not. Why are you driving, you know, that piece of junk car? Why haven't you fixed your muffler? Why, you know, why aren't you ready for, you know, whatever? So the point is, you don't want your brain to be fighting with itself. So what we do is we say, okay, I'm getting closer to being a millionaire every day. I'm getting closer to being a millionaire every day. And your brain may say, okay, I can handle that. I'm getting closer. That doesn't, you know, that means something. So at least I'm working in that direction. And then as it, you know, you do get closer and it starts to feel more like, hell yeah, I'm doing this, it's happening, then you can just claim it. If you can get yourself to claim it ahead and just say, hey, I am a millionaire, and your brain doesn't argue with you, or you can get your brain not to argue with you most of the time, then you're one step closer. But you want to try to get compliance, and you want to, you know, get cooperation so that our brain is not, you know, giving conflicted information or getting conflicted information from the environment. Let's make it easy and smooth by staying focused only on what we want. So this is kind of the stuff that we do at Game of Life Training. We just become aware of our communication with ourselves, become aware of the beliefs that we have that are holding us back, and become aware that we can change our beliefs. Once we know that we can change our beliefs and that we focus on what we focus on expands, then we can start, you know, directing our lives into what we want our lives to be like. You know, if you want to have better relationships, you can have better relationships. If you want to have you know, a certain type of a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you can have whatever type that you're looking for. If you want, when you can believe it, and when you say, you know, I am getting closer to finding the person of my dreams every day, or I know that I will find the person of my dreams, then let that go, give it to God, give it to the universe, and it will come back to you, because what we think about expands. What we focus on expands. And there's a thing called like attracts like. So our thoughts actually literally attract more of those same types of thoughts and experiences. So if you want to learn more about Game of Life Training, then look us up. You know, find us on Facebook. We just have an inspirational page that's led and manned. Our website, www.gameoflifetraining.com. Look us up on YouTube, obviously here, and like us and share us and subscribe to us. We've got a podcast that's coming soon, and that's kind of exciting. My wife and I are going to do that together, and look for some of her videos too. That's Stephanie Elisa Spiegel. She's on gameoflifetraining.com. She does a lot of parenting stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that we know, and we're just building our awareness to it so that we can, you know, become better people for ourselves, for the people around us, you know, feel good about who we are, what we are, how life is, you know, because life is good when we think of it that way. So the idea is to have a great day every day. The purpose of this life is joy. So, you know, just learn, look us up. Our podcast, I'll let you know more as I know what the channel is. But thanks for watching so much, and hopefully you got some good insight today, and there's plenty more where that came from. We're about to just blow up and hit every edge of the earth. So pass us along, like and share, and look for more of our stuff on Game of Life Training, on Facebook, on the web. Thanks.